Altruistic is special to me because the writing process for it was interesting. We used like our group on Facebook pretty heavily to write that song.
It took us 4 tracks into the album to like actually figure out how to properly write songs because that song has a chorus.
I was still in college, and Sharon would send me parts. Like she would just like send me mic recordings on her cell phone.
It captures the sadness I wanted it to capture. I think the prettiness of it kind of brings that message across.
I would listen to it, and that's where I was experimenting with like drum sampling on recording programs on my computer.
I think vocally I'm particularly happy with that song because it's kind of in my mid-range. It doesn't really hit as high as Dry Tooth does and other songs like that, so I think it's really fun for me to sing live.
The beginning is really pretty and it just sounds so nice.
On top of being pretty, it actually has one of the like most brutal sounding breakdown parts we have. There's a blare with an echo in there.
That one's another one that's really fun to play, and it's got a lot of really fun parts. It gets real heavy.
I think it has the most ambience, which I'm a big fan of. That song also has like one of my favorite vocal parts in the middle, just because of the rhythm. That song is about the anxieties of getting close to someone and developing, feelings.
Dry Tooth is one of our more powerful ones.
Dry Tooth is about losing a loved one to suicide.
We didn't try and make that song powerful, it just kind of came out as the most powerful song, and I think that's because it's so personal to Pat.
It was so different from what we had written previously that we decided to take an entirely new direction after writing that song and finishing it. We promoted it heavily, and people really caught on to it.
Dry Tooth, I think, holds a special place for all of us, particularly because of its meaning and how much it means to Pat. To be able to contribute my vocals to that song was definitely, I would call it a gift, to be honest. I mean, because it's the message is so near and dear to our singer.
Dry Tooth was another song that I heard from them before I was a part of this. Like Pat sounds like a demon. Sharon sounds like an angel, so it's like it's a nice balance.
I'm happy with how the choruses came out on that, how we switch up the lyrics from the first chorus to the second chorus, and that's really where we showed off how me and Pat can work as a dynamic duo.
With that one especially, you can actually feel the emotion with every single part.
The epic ending is what makes that one for me.
I think that one's my favorite song on the album. Like Dry Tooth, just every single part, it just fits and works, and I love the feel of that whole song. That one's a lot of fun.
This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite songs that I've ever written in my time playing drums. There's a lot of very pretty parts in it and a lot of super heavy parts.
It's another one of our songs that like has more structure to it rather than just like riffs scattered all around all over the place. It's got one of the more drawn out endings. I mean, I say drawn out like not in a bad way, but it's kind of like got a very atmospheric tone at the end, even though it's like pretty heavy.
We only finished it up, a couple months ago, but I think that's definitely my favorite song to play and sing.
I'm gonna again talk about the name. It's literally just a line from Game of Thrones, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I really like how my vocals came out on that song, and I think the whole ending is just so heavy and atmospheric. I think it really brings across like what we were trying to do there specifically.
They say that misery loves company, but I have never been more alone. It's just